Okay. Hi, guys. My name is Robin, and we're here yet again on the Good Place Bench, part of the Placemaking Week Europe, here based in Rotterdam. And today I'm joined here by Walter, and I'm going straight in. Walter, what brought you to Placemaking Week, and where you're from, and what do you do in life?
Thank you very much for having me. I did a placemaking certificate at Manchester Metropolitan University back in 2017
Okay.
at the IPM. And I picked up about IPM in a newspaper article. I didn't know what IPM is and what placemaking is. And I went to MMU and did this certificate. And what surprisingly I learned there is that I'm a hotelier, and I learned there that a good hotelier is also a good placemaker. Because what the hotelier is doing is constantly he listens to his clients,
Right.
and he tries to improve the place of the hotel, right?
Yeah.
So if they say, actually, on the breakfast buffet, why don't you have any eggs? Then he tries overnight in the next morning to have eggs at the breakfast buffet, because then he knows that this guest will say, "Oh, how did you do this?"
Okay.
Overnight, right? And what he always also wants is he wants to create out of this hotel a sticky place, right? Where not only this guest is always returning, but also his kids and his what do you say? The after Enkelkinder,
yeah,
right?
Enkelkinder, grandchildren.
Come also back. So this is this notion of loving the people who come to you, not because they have a credit card in their pocket, but because you are interested in this person who has chosen your hotel and not the hotel next door, right? So and now, the longer I'm in placemaking, I understand that the hotelier who is very close to his staff and because in hotel business no day is the same, right? Mm-hmm. Today is different than yesterday, and yesterday was different than the day before, and this is exactly what placemaking is. You know, it's so interdisciplinary, it's so wide open, and it's about long term, right? You don't make 80% of regular guests in your hotel overnight, right? But that's the objective, right? What you want to have a hotel where 80% or even more of your guests are regular guests, right? Mm-hmm. And that's the same in placemaking, right? I would like to have places where the people who come there all the time, because this place is so good for them. Right?
Yeah. The only difference is, of course, with placemaking, you perhaps talk to people that live there versus within a hotel, they come and go.
Also in a place, I think you have, or even in a hotel, right? You don't have only the guests who come from overseas or from the next city. You have also, if you are a good hotel, in your hotel you have also the people from the neighborhood. So what you try to create is a community who is listening, who is caring, and who has a interconnection, right? So yeah, I don't know if I answered to your question.
No. I mean, for me, the hotel hospitality business is, I somehow know it. I've not actively been working in it, but more and more hotels or hospitality businesses are more conscious about the impact they're making in cities. So I think it's a good development.
Yeah, I think when you think of a small village, right? Normally you have a square, and you have a church, and you have the doctor, and you have the school, and normally you have a restaurant or a hotel or a guest house, right? And then you can say, which phase is really thinking the most of what is happening on this square, right? Mm-hmm. should be the hotelier, right? Should be the hotelier who is interacting with each of these persons, right? With the school teacher and with the pfarrer. What is the pfarrer? The priest, you know, but also with the doctor and the city leader to bring them together and say, how can we make this place better, right? What do the people expect from us, and how can we create a story to make this a continuity of what it has been, and so that the people can look forward what it will be tomorrow.
Interesting. This is a completely different angle than from the people I talked to in the past days, because not everybody here is a hotelier. How have you experienced the conference so far from your perspective?
I've been in Strasbourg last year and this year here, and having worked in different countries and continents also, I think, first of all, what is really nice is that these conferences take place in places like this and not in fancy Congress palaces, right? So because it's the place does something with people, right? So placemaking, it's all about co-creation, it's about creativity and about history also. I mean, when you come here, you see that it now it's an event place, but there is a lot of story behind, right? So what I like in these conferences is that there is a link between all the people who are here, and they want to create a sense of belonging between people, right? And of course there are architects, there are very few hoteliers, but there are a lot of urban planners and there are people from the authorities and so. But the glue who is unifying all these people is create places where people have a real sense of belonging, and that's really, you can feel it here. I was feeling it last year in Strasbourg. Next year it will be in Reggio Emilia. So I'm Italian. So when I heard the song, I was already booking my ticket for Reggio Emilia. Yeah. This.
So you get excited, Walter?
Yeah, people say it's a movement, but I say it's more, for me it's more a spirit than a movement, right? So that's why I come here.
Beautiful. You're sitting on a good place bench, so this conversation is also about a good place. Question is, are you in a good place, Walter? And secondly, what is a good place to you?
Yeah, to be in a good place, you need to feel good in yourself, right? So this is a good place because you're a good guy. you ask good questions.
Thank you.
You choose a nice spot here with some daylight and view out and so I think a good place is, like I said at the beginning, it's a sticky place where people like to come back, right? So if next year you are in Reggio Emilia,
Yeah.
and you have a bench again,
Yes.
I will come back to your bench.
That's an invitation. I'm looking forward to meeting you again and continuing this conversation next year in Reggio Emilia.
That sounds like a good
Yeah.
plan.
Thank you, Walter, for your time,
Nice
and
to meet you.
wishing you a nice last day.
Yeah, and wishing you a lot of nice people on your bench for the rest of the day.
Thanks, guys.